Hi everyone, hope you're all doing good. So this is Trading Coach this side, and in today's video we are going to discuss about finding the big money players using price action and market behavior. So we are going to use nothing but just a candlestick chart to identify the behavior of big money players. Alright, we are going to find the engagement of big money players just by using the candlestick chart. So we will do this by using something called as the price action and volume correlation analysis. In case if you are getting a little confused based on this specific terminology, you don't have to worry. I will just simplify the entire trading lesson. So in case if you are new to my channel, I recommend you to hit on the subscribe button and tap on the notification icon, so that you can receive more insightful trading lessons and more insightful videos just like these. And in case if you like to know more about me, more about my trading style, just visit my website, that is www.tradingcoach.co.in. The first and the most important thing is markets are mostly driven by big money players, right? So big institutions, big mutual fund companies, big hedge funds, big investment banks, they are the ones who are actually driving the market in most of the cases. And with the help of price action, we can identify the activity of these big players just by looking at the chart. So what we are going to discuss today is one of those examples. Alright, so take a look at this particular chart over here. So right now I'm looking at Bank Nifty 1-day time frame. So this is a 1-day chart, and each candles will take nearly around 1 day to complete. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to use both price as well as the volume to identify the activity of big players. So first let me start by adding the volume on the chart here. So let me go to the indicator section exactly over here and let me add the volume. So on this Bank Nifty chart, I have added the volume over here. So you can see the volume graph which is plotted just below the price chart. So on top of this volume chart, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the moving average. Alright. So keep in mind, what I'm doing here is I'm not adding the moving average on the price because I don't use any indicators in my trading style. I'm a pure price action trader. Instead, what I will do is I will try to add the moving average on top of the volume. Alright, so let me do that here. Let me go to the settings of the volume just at this point, and let me just go to the inputs, and let me just click on the show moving average option. So this particular platform which I'm using here, it has a default option of using the moving average on top of the volume. Alright, so I will just add the moving average and I will change the number to 50 period. Alright, so as you can see the chart over here, on top of this particular volume graph, we have added the moving average of the volume. So what specifically this particular moving average does is that it tells us whenever the volume is above average or whenever the volume is below average. So let me show you some of the examples on this particular volume graph. Let me mark it out. Take a look at the volume graph over here. So what I did is I just marked a series of above average as well as below average volume. So the logic is very simple. So you can see this particular black color moving average line, and whenever the volume goes above this particular moving average line, we can call it as above average volume. So all the above average volume I have just highlighted using the brown color font. So here you can see on the left edge of the chart, so almost all the volume is above average, right? And likewise here you can see the volume has crossed above the moving average, which means the volume is above average. And here as well, as you can notice, here also we have a volume which has crossed above the average line, which means the volume is above average. So in a similar fashion, we can also see some of the volumes over here are extremely below average, right? They are below the moving average. So whenever the volume is below this particular average line, below this specific moving average, we call it as below average volume. Alright, so the first step to identify the big players on the price action is to identify the areas of above average as well as below average volume. Okay, so once we identify these areas of volume, the next step is to look for ranging and trending candles. So in case if you don't know what exactly is ranging candles and trending candles, I have already made a very good video on this. So make sure to check out that particular video. I will leave the link of that video in the description box below. So make sure to have a look before you continue further on this. So once you mark this specific above and below average volume, you have to look for the major trending candles. Alright, so we can see a couple of trending candles over here. Say for example, in this above average volume, we can see a series of trending candles, right? So here we can see one trending candle, and here also we can see a trending candle, and here as well we can see a couple of trending candles. And just like that, if you look at the above average volume exactly over here, here also we can see a series of trending candles, right? So we have a trending candle over here, we have a trending candle over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark all these trending candles so that it will be easy for us to do the analysis. Let me do that. So here we go. I have just made all the marks on the trending candles, and I'm specifically looking for the trending candles which are taking place around the above average volume. So I have just highlighted all those trending candles around the above average volume just by using this arrow mark. So as you can notice, I'm not taking all the trending candles on the price action. I'm just taking only the major trending candles, right? Something that's looking a little significant in the price. So if you look at all these trending candles, right, they all indicate the big money orders coming into the market. All right, so they indicate a big order flow which is taking place behind the scenes. Say for example, if you look at this particular trending candle over here, which is actually a strong bearish candle, and this is taking place exactly around the above average volume. This technically means a lot of order flow, a lot of trading activity is actually going on here, and a lot of big sellers are actually selling the stock. Alright, and in this particular case, a lot of big sellers are actually selling the future contract of Nifty or Bank Nifty, or maybe an option contract of Nifty or Bank Nifty. Alright, so we can see a very sharp fall here along with above average volume, which technically means the big players or the big orders are actually coming into the market. Alright, these big orders are likely to be the sell orders. Just like that, if you look at the price action over here, if you look at the trending candles which are taking place exactly around the above average volume, you can also notice all these large bullish candles indicate large buy orders coming into the market. Alright, so these large buy orders can be an indication of big players who are trying to buy the Nifty or Bank Nifty futures, or they are trying to buy the Nifty or Bank Nifty option contracts. So these specific trending candles which are taking place around the above average volume area, these particular price action behavior can tell us the big players are engaging in the market. Alright, and not as a surprise, if you are noticing the chart, you can also see that exactly after the formation of these candles, the market starts to move in a specific trend. Right? Say for example, after this large bearish candle which has taken place just after the above average volume, you can see that the prices started to fall down, and just like that, here you can see a strong bullish candle which has taken place right around the above average volume. Right after this bullish candle, you can see that the prices started to go up. Right? So when you see trending candles along with above average volume, they indicate the activity of big players. Cool. Let us do a similar analysis on a different instrument altogether. So right now I'm looking at one of the most popular cryptocurrencies. I'm looking at the Bitcoin US dollar price chart. So if you look at this particular chart over here, I have already sorted out the volume, and as usual I have applied the 50 period moving average on top of the volume. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to just figure out all the above average volume areas, and I'm going to figure out the trending candles. Alright, let me mark it out. Alright, take a look at the price chart as well as the volume graph. So I have marked out all the areas of above average volume, and I have also highlighted the specific trending candles in those specific areas. As you can see, in most of the cases and in most of the scenarios, right after the trending candles, you can notice that the price action continued to fall down, right? Say for example, in this specific case, if you look at this, we can see a slightly above average volume, and we also had a very nice trending candle over here. And I have highlighted this with the arrow mark. This is a very significant trending candle. Right after that, you can see the prices continue to tumble, right? Same thing happened here as well, and in this case it's a kind of a bullish example. So we had a nice bullish candle, and this particular bullish candle took place right after a sharp above average volume. So here I have highlighted with the arrow mark. Right after this, you can notice the prices continue to go up, right? So just like how it appeared in Bank Nifty, even in Bitcoin, we can try to use above average volume and trending candles to identify the activity of big players. So all the arrows indicate big money orders or big players who are actually engaging in the market. Okay, so just to quickly summarize, so far we have understood how to identify big money players using price action and market behavior. And we did this with the help of price action and volume. We tried to connect price action along with volume to identify the activity of big money players directly on the candlestick. Well, once you find the activity of big money players, once you spot the activity of big money orders using trending candles and above average volume, you are supposed to adjust your position, or you should supposed to take position in the direction of big money players. Alright, once you spot these big money candles, you are supposed to trade in the direction of the big money players. Alright, cool. So hope you like this video. So if you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions or feedbacks, kindly leave it on the comment section below. I will try to go through it and I will try to answer it. And if you find this video helpful, kindly click on the like button. And last but not least, thanks a lot for watching, and happy trading.